a blink. There's nowhere I would rather be right now than here with you guys. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. Can we get more bikes up here with Jesse, please? He's by himself.
This is Will James for Uprise Our Eye. We're at a Solidarity with Jacob Blake event. It appears to be a march. Started at the Providence Public Safety Complex.
Alright, let's go. Up with the people, yeah, yeah. Down with the pigs, boom, boom. Up with the people, yeah, yeah. Down with the pigs, boom, boom. Up with the people, yeah, yeah. Down with the pigs, boom, boom. Up with the people, yeah, yeah. Down with the pigs, boom, boom. Up with the people, yeah, yeah. Down with the pigs, boom, boom. Up with the people, yeah, yeah. Down with the pigs, boom, boom. Up with the people, racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Banners to the front. Do we have new chanters? We are done. The people that are in the back, make sure the green van gets behind us. Don't let other cars get behind us. It's the green van.
babe.
Hi, this is Will James for Uprising Eye. We are at Atlas Avenue, Federal Hill. People are eating. Black Lives Matter protesters are disrupting their meals to remind them of what they're marching for.
Fucking cool. Y'all got listen, this is the wrong side of history, man. Y'all like socialism and communism? That's good shit. Come on. A sex offender get killed.
Alright guys, we're gonna begin our moment.
That get killed. The good folks that get killed. Come on. What's wrong with y'all? Am I wrong? Come on, man. Holding up business here. Fucking y'all should be ashamed, man.
You should be ashamed. You should be in this.
I was just trying to walk my dog, all that. I got no problems with it. Listen, I got a problem with holding this shit up, though. It's a beautiful part of town. Fuck my mask, all that. You guys just old people like this talking about a mask, fucking up the only good shit we got going. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all should be ashamed,
Pay
man.
attention.
Over what?
Pay attention to what's
sex
happening.
offender?
Other people should be
Thank you. bunch of black people took a media person's camera and microphone and started doing their own song and dance. And was like, fuck world, we do this shit for the Lord. Fuck world. So that's all I
Hi, this is Will James for Uprising. We are on Federal Hill at Day Pascal Square. People are eating and protesters are attempting to remind them of why people are marching, saying to defund the police, abolish the police, and reinvest in the community.
Racist ass
Hi, this is Will James for Uprising I. We are at a solidarity with Jacob Blake march, someone who was almost killed by Wisconsin police, Kenosha, Wisconsin police. I'd say about 100, over 100 people gathered, maybe close to 200. Solidarity with that person and against police violence. There was a confrontation, or a planned confrontation at Federal Hill. They chose to stop and kind of remind people who are eating why they're marching, to try to get them engaged, I suppose. There was a few arguments, but some people who were sitting appeared to chant with them and clap, so. March is continuing out of Federal Hill.
Respect your gangster. off.
Huh?
This is no off. This is no battle off here. Not my man, not my man. Hey, hey! Hey, hey!
Ain't no power,
protesters said our streets, our rules. that enough people are gonna change the fucking world.
We're getting out back there.
No. Is it an emergency? You going to the hospital? You going to the hospital? Are you going to the hospital? Okay, wait a second.
Alright, well, since that's how I wanted to run for everybody, we ordered the space right here. shit all fucking day. We tired. We tired. There's no reason while I'm fighting for my First Amendment rights, while I'm using my rights, I should have to fight with my brother or sister. Defuse the situation. Let us be able to talk to each other and then move forward. In the end, he moved away, right? That wouldn't happen if we were talking like that there from the jump on fight. Let's do better, guys. Because if we defund the police until we abolish them, we're gonna need to learn how to live with each other when the police are gone too. United we stand. United we fall. That was whack. United we stand. United we fall. Now let's keep going. Please just get what I need to go, so let's be honest. Let's do another triple vote. Fist up if you want to go. Continue. And circle back around like we just did. Fist up if you want to disperse, go home. Try this shit again another day. Let's get it! Who's street? Our street! Who's street? Our street! Who's community? Our community! Who's community? Our community! Who's street? Our street! Who's
They're saying FTP, free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. We are at the Providence Public Safety Complex. There's about 9 law enforcement officers, likely the Providence Police here. Actually, they definitely are.
restorative justice, transformative justice, and what that really looks like when the police is defunded until they're abolished. Because, you know, a lot of people don't know that police officers come from slave catchers. They were derived from slavery, they were derived from racism and oppression. So in dismantling them, like that woman was saying earlier, what are we gonna do when we don't have them? We're gonna do what we should have done from the fucking start. Let people govern ourselves. Let people decide what we want to do for ourselves. I forgot the last one. But yeah, let people do whatever the fuck they want, you know, to an extent. Like, don't kill people, shit like that. What topics do we want to talk about? Does anyone have something in particular they want to discuss? Actually, I'm sorry, I want to discuss something. I don't like how when I got on social media, on my birthday, mind you, I saw that video, and underneath it I saw people trying to slander Jacob because he has a record. Having a record doesn't negate the fact that you're a human being.
Yep.
It doesn't take away that your life matters. And it doesn't mean that the police should be able to act as judge, jury, and executioner.
Yep.
The police were supposedly called for domestic violence altercation that took place before they arrived. The police do not prevent crime. They show up after the crime has already happened.
Yep.
I know y'all saw that video. And if you didn't, you're fucking lucky. Because I wish I could unsee it. We all saw Jacob leaving. Jacob with 3 guns pointed at him to his back, trying to de-escalate and leave. And his car had 3 small black boys in it. His 3 small black boys. Think about how the police have no problem playing judge, jury, and executioner, killing our black people, but also traumatizing the fuck out of our kids in the process.
Yep.
You expect for those 3 kids to grow up and want to have some type of job security in law enforcement? You think they're gonna respect law enforcement growing up? How do those kids safely heal? Because when they act out as they grow up, nobody's gonna give them the same courtesy we give our fucking school shooters. They ain't gonna be troubled. It's not gonna be that they need therapy. It's gonna be lock him up and throw away the key. Even though they watched their fucking father get shot in the back 7 times while he tried to leave. Now think about how many people right here in this crowd with you have been brutalized and traumatized by the police. And how these events trigger the fuck out of us. Look around. There's not too many. We don't make up, the greatest majority of this crowd, but we pick up enough. And I can probably even guarantee you all of us have had a negative interaction with the fucking police.
Yep.
That means it's time for them to go. I don't know about y'all, but I am tired of feeling like when the police pull up, I'm about to fucking die. And I know for some of us it don't feel that way, but I can tell you personally, the first time I ever called police in my life was in 2017, January 17th. And I had been sexually assaulted, and I called the police, and my attacker was trying to run away. So I don't know if it was brave, dumb, heat of the moment, grabbed a knife and held him at knife point and told his ass he's not going until justice was served. Foolish of me to think the police could deliver justice. The police officers pulled up, saw me holding the knife and trying to keep my attacker from leaving, clearly knowing that I was the woman that spoke to dispatch because I gave them my description. And the 3 officers pulled out their guns and pointed them at me. I dropped the weapon, explained to them what was happening, and they put cuffs on me. They arrested me, and I had to battle that case for 2 years of my life. And it just wrapped up last year, 2019. Had I known before I made that call the police were not going to help me, I wouldn't have made that fucking call. Because I got to live with what happened anyway. Being humiliated on top of it, it didn't do anything for me. It traumatized me further. And I say that to say again, the police will not ever prevent crime. They show up after that shit happens, and they make it worse. Only way we get our people to feel safer is to get them out of our streets, out of our schools, and force them to be in the community. They gotta quit their jobs, and if they don't want to quit them, we gotta take their jobs. Anybody else want to say something? This is always open.
I just want to mention that the ACLU from the police department.
Can you speak up? Can't hear you.
Can you speak up or come grab the mic, please?
Whose streets?
Our streets!
I want to let everybody know that the ACLU is suing the Providence Police Department for excessive force on one of their own recruits. Typically, a Providence Police Department will go through being tased once. This officer in training of color was tased 8 times, caused to bleed, and dragged himself across the training room floor. If we are asking these people to protect our community, and they can't even protect each other from themselves, how on earth is that going to happen? This police department is shrouded in secrets. They use the police officers' Bill of Rights to protect their own selves. And if we're going to abolish police, we have to abolish the officers' Bill of Amendments as well. I love you all.
Would anybody else like to speak?
Hi. Thinking of that incident or that instance, it really brought something to me talking about what he was just talking about, how they hate their own and how they brutalize our own, how they dehumanize our own. They already dehumanize us in these streets, and they even dehumanize their own in order to create these monsters. It's a system that follows the militarization of the United States military, and how when we see that it's inhumane force, they train them to be robots, they don't train them to be human. When we talk about our movement is of the people. We fight with passion, we fight with determination, we fight with perseverance. We fight with the heart and the soul that brings us to our victories. They fight when we're gonna be something not human. They fight when we're gonna intimidate them with tactics that are inhumane, dehumanizing. They're not gonna treat us like another man, they're gonna treat us like an object.
With dollar signs.
That system doesn't work. That system doesn't work. Even when it comes down to community policing, when we have centuries of history where that is shown against the human population, no reform is going to work against that. No progressive bill is going to go against that. No small movements is going to go against that. It has to be a full destabilization of the system entirely. Alright. I want to pass the mic to someone, specifically of BIPOC youth. I'll go after. There's no one else that wants to speak, but of course, anyone is allowed to touch the mic, speak their illnesses.
It's getting a little quiet, so if you can't hear, just turn your volume up.
I don't know if y'all know, but the other day, Nico was arrested trying to save a 15-year-old who was also here from being brutalized by the police. And while they arrested Damon, they literally put their fucking knee on his neck. And it's on video, it's on our page. This shit is happening, and it's real, and it's right here in Providence. So listen to these people that are telling you what they need. Listen and understand that we need this, mobilization. When shit happens, they need to know they're not gonna get away with it. That we're gonna come out, we're gonna show out, and we're gonna speak the fuck up. Because that's what they're scared of.
I want to talk about how these people behind me have lost their humanity. I know that because when we were having a moment of silence for a man who was shot 7 times in the back by one of their own, they were talking.
Hey.
The level of disrespect. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. And that means they're not going to help us. Listen, most of you know, or some of you probably don't, that I'm a teacher. I teach 2nd grade. I teach 7 and 8-year-olds. I teach in Central Falls. 95% of my students are BIPOC. I teach because because I didn't have a BIPOC teacher until my freshman year of college. And I'm tired of my students not seeing themselves represented. I'm tired of seeing children brutalized by the police. I will never regret what I did that day. I got arrested, but did I do anything wrong? No! I got arrested trying to save a 15-year-old boy from 3 men who are 2 times his size. Five men who are 2 times his size. While I was protesting evictions during a global pandemic, I will never regret what I did. And yeah, I'm fucking tired, but I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, you're angry, but we're not gonna stop because I want to live in a world where children don't have to be afraid to walk outside because they're afraid that one of these people is gonna kill them or kill their parents. Now one of these people or ICE is going to take their parents and put them in a cell. I have had to hold a 7-year-old child while she cries. Because people think that because somebody was born in a different country that they don't deserve a right to safety, to housing, to education, and that is bullshit. When I look deep inside myself and I feel my own humanity, I know it's there because I know that every single person who walks this earth deserves to live and deserves to have their basic human rights taken care of. And I'm tired of living in this world where these guys get $80 million, $88 million. More than that. More than that. They get that much money, but somehow we don't have enough money to feed our families.
That's right.
Somehow we don't have enough money to house everybody in Rhode Island. Rhode Island is the only state in New England that has no consistent funding for affordable housing. There's not. Shame. And I'm not going to stop fighting. You know what? I would do what I did that day 100 times, 200 times, 300 times, 1,000 times. Because Black Lives Matter, and all lives will matter until Black Lives Matter. And right now, the police are proving to us that they don't give a fuck. You know what? We'll see. I will work every year of my life until there's not a penny dropped into this complex, until there's not a penny put into the pockets of people who exist solely to brutalize humans and protect property. And I hope and I pray that you all will devote yourself to the same thing, because this isn't over today, this isn't over tomorrow, this isn't over next week, and this isn't over next year. The fight for justice and protecting the lives of Black, Indigenous, and people of color is a lifelong journey. So we've been voting a lot with our fists, and I want you to put your fist up if you commit to fighting for this for the rest of your goddamn life.
Also, want to be very clear, Nico also has to pay some legal fees as a result of that arrest. And Damon was homeless when he was grabbed by the police and arrested. And he's still homeless. And we have a GoFundMe for the both of them. It's on our page at ProvXPVD. If you know you can, if you know you're able, please donate. Please make sure that they can continue to do this fight and that we can continue to come out.
Hi everyone, my name is
why I'm here, my dad was racially profiled in these streets, time and time again, okay? And yes, it may not have ended up in a death, okay? But we're fucking tired of seeing these images. We're tired of hearing these same narratives over and over and over and over. My heart is tired. I'm weary. I'm glad to see allies out here, but like we saw earlier, it really takes for you guys to step in and step the fuck up. I don't care if it's out in these streets, if it's out in your workplaces, step the fuck up. If you don't know what that means, Google it, read about it, go look at a booklet, step it up. You guys are taking the initial step to be here. Thank you so much for showing up, because that's a step in the right direction. You're doing a lot more than most people are doing. And the reason why I went off in that intersection earlier today is because there wasn't enough damn solidarity from those drivers. Everybody was very self-serving. This was not my first rodeo at seeing people give us honk in solidarity with their hands up. We have a lot of work to do in Rhode Island. And it's a shame that people think it has to take a death or somebody to dare a death for us to do something in these damn streets of Rhode Island. Come on, now. Not everything's all work. We might not all have the answers right now. I sure the hell don't, okay? I'm a millennial. I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning. I know for damn sure we need to put some more funds up in these education systems. We need to put more funds in health. Health systems. I'm gonna be honest, I don't necessarily goddamn know. But I will tell you, I am tired as a black woman. As Malcolm X said, the most disrespected woman in America is a black woman. He was not lying. He was not lying. At all. So I just ask that all of our allies, please step it up. This is the first step in the right direction. Being not racist is not enough. Being anti-racist is great. But if you hear something, say something, see something, all that, do all that. If you don't know what to do, please stop asking your black counterparts what to do too, because we're tired of explaining that to you. I'm not here to rip you guys apart. I just want to be honest. I want to be honest because I can tell you, even since these George Floyd situations and Breonna Taylor and seeing all this trauma, it hits different when you're a black person. It does, because we see ourselves, we see our family members in our community in that, even if we didn't know that. We hurt, okay? I can say I work in retail right now, you know, unemployed, but that's another reason. But I'm working in retail, and I will tell you that I know for sure there's certain looks and certain microaggressions that happen when you're in these stores, in the Providence Public Safety Complex. I don't even feel safe working at my job right now. Why? Because I feel like not enough people are willing to step up if they see any overt racism happening. If I say, hey, that person made me feel uncomfortable, I can't explain to you why it made me feel all the way uncomfortable. What? What? I have to get my job? Oh no, it happens to us too. We're sales associates. It happens to us too. No, it don't fucking happen to y'all too. No, it don't. So all I want to say is, if you hear a black person or a person of color say they feel uncomfortable, maybe they're angry, maybe they're quiet, whatever, give them the due respect. Hold your other family members, your friends accountable as well. We need y'all. There's more of y'all than there is of us. So please step up, do the part. Thank you for being here, but we have a long way to go. Yeah. Thank you. Is there anybody else?
Can I speak up? I'm white. Does anyone else want to speak who's not white? Yeah.
Back to you.
I'm gonna take my mask off. Are you guys okay with that? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. I called 911 once because my boyfriend said he was gonna kill me and he had laid hands on me. And the cops arrested me and let him go. I was never charged with a crime. I got strip searched. They looked in my butthole. I got a roommate. I was in jail for 3 days. I got the door slammed in my face. Was never given access to a lawyer. Was never given a phone call. So many things. Not in this state. This was out of state. I was on vacation. That's when I learned the police are not there to protect me. In jail, I had a lot of time to make a lot of friends and got to hear 21 women's stories of why they were there specifically. Definitely talk in detail about your negative experiences with the police, with your family members. If you're ashamed that you have a record, if you're ashamed of things you've done, talk about it. Air that out. It's a racial issue. It's beyond that also. It's a capitalist which fuels the race issue, which fuels the capitalist issue. We know this. Every time they make an arrest, they make money. Every time someone gets bailed out, they make money. I was never charged with a crime. They made $300 just for having me stay at their chalet or whatever for 3 days. Talk about it. Seriously, talk with your racist aunties and uncles. Who cares if it gets heated? Who cares if you ruin Thanksgiving? Talk about it. Be that person. It's really our duty as white people who want to stand here and participate in this way to continue and go out and do that, to build on what you were saying. It's also hard to be living in a capitalist society and be anti-capitalist, right? Super difficult to do. So come to terms with understanding how capitalism works, why we're using it, why infinite growth is the most absurd model you could ever imagine, and why the cops have to have an infinite growth model as well. So just food for thought. Talk about it. Read about it.
I don't know what I want to say, but I do want to take a second to I said I got to owe you all an apology because I let my emotions get the best of me in a moment that put at risk a lot of lives, and I'm sorry for that.
No, you have nothing to apologize for. No. I'm sorry.
But I do want to point out though that those two guys were upset because I was trying to stop them from coming into the intersection where you all were standing. They were upset because they wanted to go home. Their individual needs at that moment outweighed our collective needs, which was our right to express our emotions after watching some bullshit once again on social media. Our right to stand in the streets and protest and say that we don't want our tax dollars going to a fucking system that brutalizes us, that traumatizes us, that is in one neighborhood way more than it is in another one. I've had the unfortunate bit of having to deal with police too. No, I mean, I guess it was my fault, but maybe not, because a white boy spat in my face, and I not your fault, because he felt that he had the right to spit in my face, and because he called the police, because he felt threatened, I had to deal a year with going to court every other month. I just moved to Providence, but I can tell you, I know what every cop car in Providence looks like. They drive down my street every hour on the hour. If I go to Burlington, or like the fancy part of East Providence, I don't see no. Do you know why that is? Because they feel they need to police black bodies way more than they need to police white bodies. Because they've identified black people and people of color as the fucking problem, and we are not. It's on the backs of black and indigenous bodies that this country was built. And they forget that. They choose to ignore that. And they tell us to be satisfied with what the fuck they give us. Broken school systems, no housing. Hard to tell to find a decent grocery store to get tomatoes
animals that don't run in 3 days. And I'm glad that someone brought up the point of capitalism, because I haven't been able to be at the protest, because if you live in District 6, you should vote Tara Mack. But I tell you, I've been thinking about you, and I've been watching the chats, and I love the work that y'all have been doing. But I also think, so recently I've been thinking a lot about like what matters, right? Like I keep going back to this concept of like when I was in school, they taught us like basic needs were shelter, clothing, and food. But right now, too many people in this country, in the state of Rhode Island, in the state of Providence, don't have 2 out of those 3 things. They can't get them of no fault of their own, because we have a government that doesn't value our lives, and we got to protect each other. And then when we do that, we still get in trouble. We still have to pay the system because we are protecting each other. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Capitalism.
But I don't know, it's a real emotional night. And I'm happy to be here with you all, and I hope that when we leave this space, you go back to your communities and you talk to your friends, and next time we gather, you bring another person. Yeah. I just want to say to all the white people here, put your money where your mouth is. You guys donate to people of color directly. You don't have to send money to the ACLU. People have GoFundMe. People need to pay their fucking rent. Help black people out. Reparations.
Hey everybody, my name is Jerison Asensau. I'm a Cape Verdean, been in Providence for a long time, in Rhode Island for a long time. All of the stuff that's been going on lately in terms of these protests, in terms of activism, in terms of just getting involved with different wards in Providence and the different districts and understanding what's going on, has really led me towards wanting to be more involved in the political system of Providence and the political ongoings of what's going on. And I was curious to ask you guys, who else in the crowd, maybe raise your hand if you feel like you have a place further inside the government, further inside trying to affect things, not just from our activist standpoint, but from inside where all this bureaucracy is happening behind closed doors. Does anyone feel that? Does anyone feel that urge?
To be that person, or do we feel like we have representation?
I wanted to ask that because I feel like with all this energy that we have going to changing these institutions from the outside, it's really intelligent for us to also be starting to plot and deliberate towards what getting the people who are actually able to make these decisions, who are actually able to make legislation, making sure that the people who are in those positions are our people and not their people. You know? That's right. I'm up here asking who else is interested in this because I'm thinking to maybe form a group, maybe kind of start thinking about how we can start creating resources for other people who are interested in the same thing, to start catching up with our knowledge in terms of how the, even just the council finance budget system works, in terms of who is doing what, whether it's Rachel Miller, whether it's any of the other people in office, and really start making intelligent decisions as like a new group, as a new, I don't know if you want to call it a party or whatever, but like some kind of a new institution that's made by us, by the people here, literally sitting here right now. You know, I know there are people here who are interested, who are already on that path, and we should be working together. We shouldn't be trying to do things separately, because we can honestly offer a lot of value to each other.
When's our first meeting?
You're the first person I'm asking to join this group.
I gotta go, but I'm gonna get real quick. I took my blue card test the other day. Passed. She was easy as fuck. I'm 21, so I don't care. I'm gonna say that. But I put a deposit for an HK VP9. Motherfuckers better know I shoot back. That's first and foremost. But I say that to say, black, indigenous people of color, go take your blue card test. It's free. A blue card. So, alright, a blue card. First of all, the state of Rhode Island, if you're 18 years old and you have a Rhode Island driver's license, you can buy a rifle, period. You don't even need a blue card. You can buy a long gun in Rhode Island at just 18 and a Rhode Island driver's license. There's a 7-day wait period for any and all guns you want to buy. They're going to run your shit, make sure you pass the background, that you're all good. The blue card, now you can apply for that when you're 18 years old. And the blue card will allow you to do the same thing, but when you're 21, the blue card will allow you to buy a handgun. The next step after that, you're going to have to apply for a concealed carry permit if you want that. It's our right to bear arms, but obviously they're not going to be, trying to give people like us guns. So they're actually trying to change that, by the way. They're trying to put a law in place so that it's not only just the town and your attorney general that has a say in whether or not you can be concealed, you can have your concealed carry. They're trying to make it so that the police stations also have a say in who gets a gun. So, I say that to say, get your gun now. Get it fast. I don't know how you feel about guns. I don't give a fuck. I know y'all be seeing people have those shirts on. Any person who is unarmed is subject to slavery at any time. That shit is fucking true. If the police run down on you, if you don't have a means to protect yourself and to defy their fucking laws, the bullshit laws they're gonna try to put on you, you're going to become a slave. Be able to protect yourself, be able to protect your family. The same way they protect property, be able to protect yourself and your property. We gotta even the playing field, especially our black, indigenous people of color. Get your goddamn guns. Also, I gotta go, but thank you so much. This was like... Also, yeah, it was my birthday again yesterday. I'm keep saying it. Real Leo kind of birthday. Thank you so much. This is my favorite protest ever.
Oh dang, all of y'all about to leave, but I just want to address a couple of things that were raised tonight, and I want to push against some of it. I don't necessarily believe that, we've had Black Wall Streets, right? We have black people who have reached these affluent levels, like of high upper classes, right? that are still getting killed by police, so I don't necessarily think that's the answer. And historically, right, when we look at groups like the Black Panther Party, they get dubbed as like these black nationalists, but in reality, they were a Marxist revolutionary party that subscribed to a revolutionary program. So let's not act like politics are separate from our liberation. That's actually what's going to free us. Same thing with the African Party of Independence of Cabo Verde and Guinea. In their anti-colonial struggle, they were Marxists, right? They had an organization. They practiced democratic centralism. They studied politics, historical materialism. I hear a lot of things like socialism is for white people. That's just the blackest shit ever, bro. Why hasn't it happened in any European countries yet, right? And also, I want to push back, like, this isn't just a black issue. When your landlord evicts you, and which they will, because Rhode Island is going to be facing massive evictions all across the state, who is your landlord going to call to throw you and your family out?
Police!
Right? Who do your bosses call to bust up picket lines at your workplaces when you're trying to unionize, when you're trying to organize for better wages?
Police!
Right? Who patrols our pride parades, but then marches with white supremacist rallies?
The police!
But that's all to say that we shouldn't get it confused. We are here because Black Lives Matter, right? But that movement is getting co-opted. I've seen black bosses, right? Amazon say that they care about Black Lives Matter, but they're not paying their black workers a livable wage. Shit, I even see black pigs here, right? Pigs that are going online defending whatever this fake ass blue life is, saying that their Black Lives Matter, right? And their lives don't. They chose a side, and this is a moment where you have to decide you're either with us or against us. Because we're not outnumbered, right? We're just out-organized. And also, I just want to leave on this last point. When we talk about all these different things, if the families of these victims of police brutality aren't in the forefront of all our demands, so Breonna Taylor is in the front of our demands. Terrence Coleman's family who watched him get shot, right? Blake's family's demands are in the forefront of our demand in the police brutality struggle. In the struggle for black lives, why the fuck are we out here, right?
Before everyone leaves, I need everyone to go home with a little bit of knowledge. If you look down that road, there are 3 high schools. If you look behind me, there's all new cop cars. They have resources. Please make sure you understand. When we say defund the police, we want to make sure resources go back into schools, go back into nonviolent commitment. That's all I want to say. Because at the end of the day, when someone asks you why you are out here sitting in the middle of the road, you have a reason now. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Honestly, if you didn't understand, you didn't know the reason why you're here before, and you didn't even be here. Y'all should know why y'all here. Why are we here? Why are we here? Let me hear what you gotta say.
Abolish the police! Abolish the police!
Period. That's why.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is TJ Dela Cruz. I live over on the Federal Hill area. I'm not even afraid about saying my name. Really, they want to come for me, let them come for me. That's how I am with everybody. But I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island. I spent most of my life in foster care. It wasn't easy. Let me tell you, the disparities are even right in there. All right? If it was up to this fucking state, I would have been homeless. So I had to work hard. But what I wanted to talk about was this gentleman here. I'm not sure what your name is, but he mentioned something about politics. And when you come out here and you yell at the police and you fight for what you believe in, what I believe in as well, just so you know, the funding for this fucking place starts at the top. It starts at the top. It comes out of the budget. If you know this, raise your hand, but I know it. I've been there. I do a lot of work in politics right now with some of our local folks up here. And I can tell you that it starts at the top. You know the white guy that was on the front of the State House steps talking about, I don't know what Juneteenth is? Who's that? Matty fucking Ello. And that's where the funding comes from. That's where the funding comes from. And that's why we don't got shit in our social services. That's why I work in healthcare right now. I just had to tell somebody today they're going to be homeless because I don't know where to put them. There's no money. No, there's money. No, you know it. There's money. But it ain't coming on the street. It's going to that multi-million-dollar facility right there. Yep. 90 million?
The cameras, they don't
The fuck? So I'm just saying, if you do want to get involved in politics, it's so fucking important, I'm telling you. Because look at you right now, if like 40 of you replace some of the fucking career politicians up there, we would see some change. Why? Because we've been personally and directly affected by it here on the street, on the ground. Alright, so I'm telling you, whatever this guy has in mind, please jump on board with it, get involved, replace some of the fucking people up there, and start changing the community that you grew up in.
Alright, so I know what I said. Really what I'm looking for is people who are interested, people who have social capital, people who know the system, who can offer information and can help us move along towards the stuff that he's saying and the stuff we're all trying to do. If you're interested, I can give you like my Instagram. I don't know if that would work for anyone. I don't have a way to give people my signal without giving them my number. Like, right, but I don't have Instagram. It'll work. I'm not doing anything wrong. If I go to jail for this shit, something's fucking wrong. Like, y'all are gonna get me out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, exactly. So right now it's J-A. I'll wait. I'll give y'all a second. Yeah. Take your phones out. Reach out to me if you're interested in being involved in this. Like I said, looking for people who know the system, people who are part of it, people who want to get involved. A lot of us are young. A lot of us don't know what we're doing. That guy CJ, apparently he knows some stuff too. Like, what I'm saying is, we can do this together. Now it's real simple. JAIRSON0. It says Jason's Game of Life or something like that. I'm wearing black. Send me a message. Just say you're interested in what I said about at the rally, and I'll start figuring out how to do this. I know how to build websites and stuff, so let's just figure some shit out. Like,
For everybody who came out who knows this part, I thank you. Everybody got their phones up. Bonus them again. Are you guys on the thing? Alright, put in the thing. If y'all don't follow us already, follow us at ProvXPVD. ORVXPVD. Stay tuned with all of these events so y'all can come out again. Because this is not over today, it's not what's wrong, we continue to fight.
Hi, this is Will James for Uprising RI. This was an event in solidarity with Jacob Blake.
Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. FTP. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Good night, people.
Hi, this is Will James for Uprising RI. This was an event in solidarity with Jacob Blake. He was almost murdered by police in Wisconsin.
Hey bud, do you mind taking a picture of me?
About 200 people went down a little bit, marching around the city. There was some confrontations on Federal Hill, trying to remind people eating about why other people are marching. And now the march has concluded.
Water, ice water.
There was a sit-in in front of the Providence Public Safety Complex. People talked about why they're out here. Some people are going to plan to start some groups, enter politics, and people committed to coming out again. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate our Patreon supporters. It allows us to buy this equipment we're using and pay ourselves sometimes. Thank you so much.
No, go to the medical. See if they have the medical ID. So go hold down the home button. Lana, I see you. Jesse, boys, I know the first everybody. Everybody else.